Nope. Now I'm in trouble. I don't think that's probably what you meant to do. Let's try and burn off some of that speed and get it. Oh, bounced it. Hey, welcome to the first video in the Can't Stick the Landing series. Today, I'm looking to do a fairly simple mission on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, flying the Cessna Caravan, which is one of the early game single prop aircraft that you get, and it's mostly used for medium range cargo missions, which is also fairly early on in the career mode. So let's go take a look and see what options we have available for us today. Without diving too much into the mechanics of how this game, the progression in this game works with regards to unlocking areas of the world, you can kind of see the parts of the US and Canada here that I've unlocked through doing missions before. But what I'm looking for here is a mission in the Cessna Caravan that we can do in going into an area of the map that we've not been to before. I'm settling on this mission here, which will have us flying into, I believe that's Alabama. And I'm picking this particular type of mission with the Cessna Caravan because it's a reasonably straightforward aircraft to pilot. I figure for the first episode of this series. We're not going to focus on all 3 hours of this mission. We're just going to go ahead and zoom towards the final leg where I'm coming in for descent. See you then.
Cessna 532, you can cancel IFR. Continue VFR to your destination.
All right. So we've just been given permission to cancel IFR, go to VFR, which means we'll be landing based on visual flight rules. And so what we're going to do is get a descent going in the autopilot. Let's
Generic November 9 or 5 Tango Delta is at flight level tree 85, climbing flight level tree 9 or 0.
I'm going to drop our altitude to
Generic November
5,000 for
Tango
now.
Delta, Memphis Center. Radar contact. Continue.
We'll set a decent rate here because we haven't got too long left on this flight.
Cessna 532, please expedite your descent 3,000.
Oh, 3,000. Okay, so I've been told specifically, get your butt down to 3,000.
Memphis Center, Cessna 532. Cancel IFR at this time.
Cessna 532, IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200.
I don't know how
Maintain
fast you
VFR.
can realistically
Frequency
comfortably
change
descend.
approved.
2,000
Good day.
seems a lot. Let's take a look while we're coming down and and see where we're at on our flight. So let's pull up the EFB, see where we're at. Okay, so we're actually pretty close. In fact, we just need to quickly change our heading, head down like towards this Donsey. Nope. Now I'm in trouble. Still had too much throttle going when I... Oh boy. I had a wonderful flight. Very nice. Everything's been going just perfect. I expected to tell you guys what a wonderful time I'm having and that I'm feeling good about this landing. And already the wheels are coming off. Alright. Let's pull back a bit more on the throttle. Let's get our heading corrected. We're going to go down to like... Let's go down to 200 and see where that puts us. Okay, we're going to be way off. So let's go down to 180. And I'm just going to turn the autopilot off in a minute. Before we do that, while we're still descending, let's take a quick look at what we're dealing with here. So let's pull up the electronic flight book. So this is where we're coming into land. Runway 20, which means that we should be coming in on a heading of 200 once we're in line with our approach. Looks like a decent sized runway at least.
Memphis Center, Delta 1637 is passing flight level 325, climbing flight level 3.
I want to see what the altitude of that is.
Delta 1637, Memphis Center. Radar contact, continue.
So if I pull that up, 650 feet. So that's our base elevation of the that's our base elevation that the runway is at, 650 feet. So we can get ourselves down to 2,600 pretty quick. We only have 2,000 to descend on our final approach. That's going to be my game plan. And let's see what happens. I'm going to tighten up the interception with the approach here. Let's announce our arrival.
Mike 22 traffic, Cessna November 13532, 11 miles north, 5500 inbound to land, runway 20, Mike 22 traffic.
Coming down. I'm feeling good about this now. I think we got this back under control. We'll set ourselves on a heading of 200 once we intercept this line. And we should be able to see roughly where the field is when we get a little bit lower. And it has been a smooth flight. I was waiting for tower to cancel my IFR, and it all started happening at once. So all right. We're down to 3,300 now. Set our heading to 200. And there is the runway straight ahead. Right there we are. So let's get rid of this. I'm going to turn the autopilot off. I'm going to get a little closer, a little lower, and we're going to announce our final in a minute. Keep descending fairly easily. Still feel like we're coming in too far to the right here. I'm going to try and connect over to the left of the runway. Get myself a bit better lined up. Now, despite the fact I gave this Cessna Caravan a good scrub before we set off, you can see that already we've hit apparently a small army of bugs along the way, just splattered all over the windshield. So that was money well spent, but we've still got a fairly nasty view to look through as we come on in. Alright, I'm going to announce my final. And I'm going to do...
Mike 22 traffic, Cessna November 1 tree 5 tree 2 is on final. Runway 20 to land. Mike 22 traffic.
And I'm going to put the first flaps adjustment in. There's 20 degrees of flaps. Yeah, I assume that's 20 degrees. I find on this Cessna when you drop that first bit of flaps, the nose really lifts up as the airspeed drops. Let's have a look. Where are we at? Flaps. Oh, 50%. I'm not entirely sure what 50% on those flaps is. I guess it has 50 and 100%. Alright, let's get in a little more. Still just going off to the right. I don't know why. I need to get on a much tighter angle here. Victory music is coming on. Too soon. Flight Simulator too soon. There's still a million ways I can find to mess this up. Alright. Ease back on the throttle. 500 feet. Flaps are fully extended, and I'm just pulled in way too high. I'm pushing the nose down at this point. I don't think that's probably what you meant to do. Still just pulling it to the right. Alright, come on. Let's try and burn off some of that speed and get it. Oh, bounced it. Oh, sorry, co-pilot, that was awful. This was not how this was meant to go at all. This looked like it was going to be nice and easy, and I was going to say, look, you know, I can actually do a landing. I'm not going all the way down there to turn around. I was like, put my flaps back. It's like, I can actually do a landing. Watch this, a nice easy one before I do anything challenging on this Cessna Caravan. You can see how challenged I am. But we landed. And even though I doinked it a little bit, I don't think we came down too hard there at the end. So give this a bit more throttle. I don't think you can get in trouble for speeding when you're taxiing along the runway. It's only when you're taxiing on the taxiways that it nag at you. So let's just get to the end of here. We got the mission done. A little extra money. For our aviation empire. And let's... At least we're not going to be taxiing for too long here either. Pull up to the hold short.
Mike 22 traffic. Cessna November 13532 is taxiing to parking. Mike 22 traffic.
Alright dude, get ready. Let's see what the co-pilot has to say about this landing in a minute.
Home sweet home.
Well, I hope not. We're in the middle of nowhere. Alright. Parking brake is on. Engines are shutting down. Forgot to put my landing lights on. Oops. Well, we got it there. Let's have a look. So, ensure cargo integrity, 89%. I imagine that 11% might have been when we just bounced it bird back into the air on the runway. Respect the condition of the aircraft, 85%. Dinged for the speeding, I think. Doesn't like you to speed too much. And that was the only mistake I made. But S tier rating. Even with a landing like that, the game S tier. Beautiful. And there's our money. Bad weather bonus. There was really no bad weather to speak of. So that's nice. I'm not going to argue with it. Alright, hope you enjoyed. Thank you. Until next time.